I want to just make sure we note that we have the privilege of being able to be on these lands and utilize these lands, and it's an honor to be able to do so. Today is another special day. I've got some special news for the community today. Very happy to chat about that. Obviously, many have heard me talk about the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund, or the NOHFC for short. It is a fund that we have for Northern Ontario that helps diversify our jobs and create economic development opportunities throughout Northern Ontario, and to really help us be a lot more competitive within the provincial stage. And our government has been committed through the NOHFC to being able to assist all of our sectors, and not just the usual sectors that we often refer to when we talk about the NOHFC fund. And one of those in particular, of course, is our arts and culture and our tourism industries. And in particular, our film and television industry, which has become a very dominant industry here in Northern Ontario over the last decade. And one where our film and TV producers across the continent really are starting to recognize Northern Ontario as a real prime destination for productions. And these types of industries make huge contributions to our economy, certainly within the province and certainly within Northern Ontario, when you're employing local talent, crews from all over the province to be able to come into our communities, to be able to shoot films, and then all of the work that goes along with that, and all of the surrounding benefits that the communities get as a result of that. Our city has certainly become a success story throughout this process. And we have some local success stories too, which is really, really cool. And I look forward to being able to chat about one of those very briefly in the very near future, right after I say this very, very important message. Through the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund, we have invested in 13 different film projects here locally in Sault Ste. Marie. And that has now come to a total of $5.3 million that has been put towards these 13 different projects in our community. These 13 local films, and I won't name them all, but they are in the release for all of our media friends here today. Films like the film Cascade, which received $500,000. Films like A Grand Romantic Gesture, which also received $500,000. A lot of these films have occurred, are occurring, and they do provide such a significant boost to our local economy and our arts and culture economy. Very, very important, especially as we're coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic. One film that I wanted to highlight is a film called Dear Santa, being filmed here in Sault Ste. Marie and produced by 180 Sisterhood Productions. They received $500,000 for that film. And we're actually joined here today by the co-owner of 180 Sisterhood Productions, Trisha Ranoni. I am going to turn it over to you now, Trisha, to chat a little bit about how awesome this investment of $5.3 million is. And maybe you could chat a little bit more about some of the particular projects that you're involved in the film industry here in Sault Ste. Marie. And I will now turn it to you. Thank you so much for joining us, Trisha.
Awesome. It's great to be here. And thank you for having us. Such fantastic news. I'm actually speaking on behalf of myself and my producing partner, Rebecca Heron. So we opened 180 Sisterhood here in Sault Ste. Marie 2 years ago and relocated to the Sault, which is my hometown. Rebecca is from Vancouver, and we met during our time working in Toronto. She fell in love with Sault Ste. Marie after our shoot here for My Roommates and Escorts Season 2. Since then, we've permanently relocated and we're going into our third year, and we've produced 5 projects between the two of us, My Roommates and Escorts Season 2, and 4 feature films, including the one we're shooting next month that Rebecca's producing. 3 out of 5 of the projects were funded by the NOHFC. And in between, we've made music videos, commercials, and a couple of TV series, including Pink is In for Bell 5 TV. We just got renewed for a 3rd season today. Yay! On A Christmas Letter, which was formerly Dear Santa, we filmed here with the support of the NOHFC, which was awesome. And it aired on CBC in 2021. We had close to 100 cast and crew from Northern Ontario involved in the project, and purchased catering from local restaurants to intentionally support local businesses during the pandemic. We had a great experience working with manager Sunny at the Quality Inn got some rooms from Quattro as well. And it was really great to see that we were able to sustain the hotels during the pandemic and, you know, during a tough time for all. And we worked with Stone, Marnie and the team at Stone's Office Supply, rented cars locally, purchased PPE locally, hired local nurses and doctors for the COVID testing, to name some of the more northern spend. Approximately 1.2 million was spent on the 11-day project here in Sault Ste. Marie. So if we get a series here, imagine what we can do. And Letterkenny and Shoresy have been great examples of that. Now I am going to scroll because I am reading. Cheat sheet. We have built a great team here and we are continuing to build and expand our team. And as we gear up for our future projects, we've had the support of Sault College, IOTC 634, Garden River First Nations, and several local businesses. And we plan to continue to hire the graduates from Sault Ste. Marie Film and TV, the Film and Television program, and continue to expand our resources here in Sault Ste. Marie and provide training and jobs to locals through the support of the NOHFC. When I graduated high school here in Sault Ste. Marie, it was laughable to go into film. I think the whole audience laughed when I said I was doing film studies in Ottawa. That was 20 years ago. So it's great to see how things have changed here in the North due to the support of the Ontario government and the NOHFC, and that we're able to come together and, you know, have a sustainable living here, whether you're a wardrobe or you work in the grip and lighting department. There are many jobs available for local folks, which has been awesome to be a part of. A note from the Sault Film Festival. During the pandemic, we also started the Sault Film Festival to bring together Northern Ontario filmmakers in tough times. And we've had people submit from anywhere from Thunder Bay to North Bay and everywhere in between. And we are heading into our third year this year. And we plan to expand the festival with more workshops, screenings, and networking events. So on behalf of the Sault Film Festival, this is also very fantastic news to hear, and on behalf of the local filmmakers. Without the support of the City of Sault Ste. Marie and the NOHFC funding, we would not be able to do what we're doing here. And we feel there are so many benefits to producing or working in film in Northern Ontario over the bigger cities we've lived in, like Toronto and Vancouver. So this is great news. Thank you for having me. And I'm very excited about what the future holds.
Muting here. Thank you very much, Tricia. And really an important point that she just raised. If you look at that one film, you know, the expenditures in their community, I think you mentioned, Tricia, was $1.3 million, and that was a $500,000 investment. So if we're talking about a total of $5.3 million that was invested within these 13 productions, you can really get a flavor of the amount of expenses that, you know, the total economic impact is likely more than twice as much as what that investment is within the local community. So you could probably anticipate that that $5.3 million investment locally is probably somewhere in the tune of about 12 or 13 million in all likelihood or more.
Absolutely.
So awesome news, great news. Thanks for joining us, Tricia. I also noticed we have some friends from Edge Entertainment on the screen as well. And Edge is another group that is doing productions. And they had the Day Lacey Called, which was filmed in Sault Ste. Marie for $500,000. And as well as the feature film Better Days, also filmed here in our community, that received $269,000, just under $270,000. So thank you for joining us as well. And I think at this point that will essentially conclude our announcement portion. I know that we have some of our local media on, so I'll ask everyone to stick around here. We'll probably do a basic photo, maybe. We'll do a quick smile photo, and I'll turn it over now to you again, Christina, for any questions from our friends in the media.
And certainly feel free to ask them in the chat, or please feel free to unmute and go ahead. I can't see if anyone's got their hand up, but I do see that Elaine and Bruce are with us. So if you have any questions, let us know. All right.
Looks like we're
Wonderful.
Thank you, Rosa.
Great news today.
Well, great. Thanks everyone for joining us, and I hope you all have an outstanding rest of your Friday and great weekend. And hopefully we have a beautiful weekend to enjoy, and we can all stay safe and enjoy that. So thank you very much. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.